Have you ever seen something from the corner of your eye that wasn't there when you looked again? How about hearing from a friend of a friend that while they were hiking somewhere, they thought they saw something impossible, but when they spoke to a ranger there was always a simple explanation that left you unsatisfied? My name is Chris and this is my colleague Jack, and we're senior wardens for the Creature Conservation Initiative. We protect the world from the creatures of superstition and myth, but more importantly, protect those same creatures from the world. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode. I'm just gonna leave that in the edit.
That, dear listener, is Chris trying to give you tongue.
Blinkandyoullmythit ASMR. That's the next big thing. Anyway, welcome everyone to another episode of Blinkandyoullmythit. I'm sure you heard none of what came before this because it was terrible and horrible in many ways.
We are benevolent overlords.
Yeah, we mostly. We are also, very weird overlords, but that's beside the point. I hope you're having a great day, and as you're hearing, with me is my colleague Jack. Jack, hello, welcome. Good that you're here again. Not that you have a choice, but I still appreciate it. And how are you doing?
I am doing very good, thank you very much. I am just trying to be
I think you need a little bit more effort.
I need to put some effort into talking, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that one there for you listeners to try and work out what the hell I was going to say. But I'm good, thank you very much. How about yourself?
Some more tongue for the listeners. I'm doing great. I am apparently effortlessly funny, but I probably should. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with this, but I'm doing fine.
Listeners, never give
not
Chris
melting
compliments.
anymore.
Never give him a compliment.
Please never do that, because I will actually implode. I'm still in the process of rearranging my molecules to be able to do this episode. But yeah, I'm not melting anymore. The temperature is below 25 Celsius in my room, so I can record without actually dying. And
excellent.
Yeah, that is, at least for me, I count this as a positive. I don't know how you feel about that, but that is not my problem.
Well, I mean, you not dying is certainly a positive, and you not dying on audio is even better.
But think of the views.
I can tell you, the CCI will really not want to do that paperwork. I'm not doing that paperwork. I can tell you that for a fact. That's someone else in legal. They've always got the paperwork about us dying in the field. That's always ready to go at a moment's notice, because that's a given. But dying on a podcast, they would be so annoyed.
Yeah. The thing is, you are the only one who is actually seeing me right now over camera, so you'd be like a witness and you'd probably have to do the paperwork.
True. I'd also be the only one who's currently got a life insurance policy on you, so...
You do?
No.
Okay. Well, had me scared for a minute there.
Yes, I know. When are you going onto your balcony again?
Somewhere between now and never, probably.
Excellent. Yeah. I'll schedule that in.
All right.
But anyway, murderous intent aside, what are we doing today, Chris?
Well, we are murdering this episode? I don't know. This was a bad transition. Anyway.
Murdering the medium of podcasting.
I am murdering entertainment itself. What we are doing today is we are dealing with a listener suggestion. Jesus Christ, I cannot talk, but it is it's a listener suggestion. Bloody hell. Just turn the podcast off now. It's not going to get better.
Hey, listeners, guess what? I don't have to concoct a reason why Chris died. It sounds like he's dying quite a strong death on this podcast.
I think I'm having a stroke. But what I was trying to say multiple times without success This creature was suggested by Lawkeeper39 on the Discord, which,
Hi, Lawkeeper.
somewhat ironically, is a job title we have at the CCI. You know, not the 39 part, but he wanted to know about the most elusive of mythical creatures, the Nure Onna, which is a Japanese creature, and the name translates literally to wet woman. Have you ever dealt with a wet woman, Jack?
Oh, God damn it. Chris. Why are you like this?
I don't know. You should be expecting this by now.
What happened to you?
Oh, that's a long list.
You like this?
That's gonna be a long episode if we get into that.
Oh God!
But part of this might be in this episode. Or my trust issues, for example.
I mean, you are the person who has repeatedly tried to do silly and stupid things with mermaids. So you know what? We can certainly leave you to that one. But
I'm still convinced it would have been worth it.
To answer your question, I have not dealt with the mythical creature that is colloquially or translationally known as the wet woman.
It really is a mythical creature, isn't it? Nobody has ever seen one.
Oh, God.
According to some personalities on the internet, at least.
Oh, we're not transitioning to one of those kinds of podcasts.
Not yet. But you know, if you give us enough money, we are bribable in many ways.
We're no morally flexible.
Yes. Yeah. But the wet woman is sadly not as fun as the name implies, although children are involved in a way. So it's got that going for it. It is mainly found in Kyushu, which is the southwesternmost of the main islands of Japan, and it is kind of sort of in the vicinity of vampires a little bit.
Okay.
Depends on who you ask mostly, but yeah, there's blood sucking involved, and they are kind of humanoids, but also not, because there are actually a couple of variations. The one you most often find looks mostly like the upper body of a human woman usually. And there's also another version that is basically just the head of a woman, but that is somewhat rarer, we have found.
Okay.
And
so it's the upper body, it's an upper body of a human woman.
Yes.
Or sometimes just the head of a human woman.
Yes. The upper body of a woman, and the lower body is usually somewhat hidden and is a big, humongous snake.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
You probably also weren't expecting just how big that snake is, because we have historical stories where it says that the one they encountered was at least 3 cho, which one cho is somewhere 109 meters or something. So
holy damn.
This was about 327 meters, which is on the large side, but not impossible. But more commonly, you found them around like 200 meters in length for adult specimen. And yeah, it is a big, massive snake. And
oh, I'm sorry. You were talking about a wet woman and a massive snake.
Yeah.
Go. Okay, yeah, but this kind of creature, I mean, it's sounding a little bit like it's not quite in the same size class, but it's the kind of thing that it feels like it's the kind of thing that's connected to the Leviathan in a way.
It kind of seems like it, especially because it also lives in the water, so you're gonna encounter it on the coast, on rivers, on lakes sometimes, stuff like that.
Wait, I've got one more thing in my head that I need to kind of get right.
Yeah.
So we're talking essentially torso or head of a woman.
Yes. Torso
body,
usually.
Back end, lower body is a snake.
Yes.
That is Are we talking like the human proportions are the same as a normal human's proportions?
Yeah, they are close to a normal human body, actually, which is part of their hunting strategy. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, it looks very weird once you see the rest of their body, which is, you know, in relation to the human part, is just massive. It looks very weird. I like to compare it. I like to compare it a little bit to an anglerfish, maybe. You know, there's the big actual body, and then there's the part that dangles in front. That is kind of like the lure in a way.
Yeah.
Which isn't entirely what's happening here, but I think in concept that kind of checks out.
Okay, so I just have to ask again very quickly, just so I can get my head around the snake part. So human proportion for the human body part. The snake part, is it essentially in human proportion but just stupidly long?
It is also quite thick, so
okay, so it is literally a case of
it quickly becomes thicker than a human body.
Yeah, so like you're saying, it's that angular fish of this is the small little kind of light that's bringing you in, and then you've got a massive bestial thing behind it.
Yes.
Wow, okay, I'm seeing why they sent you.
Because I know how to deal with wet women. Just joking, I don't.
I was thinking more along the lines of, well, he usually falls for this.
I mean, that's true as well.
We'll get data. But yeah, sorry, carry on. I've now got it in my head what this thing looks like to me.
Yeah. Okay. So, the creature itself, as I said, it lives in the water. And what it does is on the beach or on the riverbank or whatever body of water it is currently in, it's gonna stretch out like its little front part that looks like a human woman, which also explains why she always looks wet, because she's fresh out of the water. And what happens then is that this woman will kind of mimic a baby cry, and you know,
is it always a baby cry?
Because it works. You know,
I don't like it.
In our work, we kind of get the sense that the baby cry is not something you should immediately run to, but there is a very.
I hear a baby cry and I pull my gun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really awkward at baby showers.
Wonderful. I can only imagine the scenes.
I've been escorted out of many.
I believe that.
That was good. I like that one.
Where was I? A baby cry. So, under normal circumstances, there's kind of a hardwired thing in us that hears a baby cry, and you know, we want to help. And I'm not sure, but I would not be surprised if that is true for other mammals as well. But you know, it definitely works on humans.
Yeah, you hear your young screaming, you go to try and help.
Yeah. And what happens when you hear the baby cry and you go check it out is that you find this inexplicably wet woman with like drenched hair and everything, and she's like, she looks sad and exhausted, and she's holding this like bundled up baby, quote unquote, because spoiler, it's not a real baby.
Never.
Yeah, but the woman is like, oh, I'm so exhausted, and can you maybe hold my child so I can rest for just a second? And you know, you might be inclined to assist, and you take the baby, and the moment you take the baby is typically where you have lost, because this bundle that you take it suddenly feels very heavy, and even if you want to, you can't drop it, because as I said, it's not a baby. It kind of digs into your skin. It has these barbs, and we have found this it doesn't get heavier in any like physical sense. It's more that it's laced with a kind of toxin that's kind of numbs your arms and then your limbs and basically disables you that way.
It's a paralytic poison, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. I would have said that if it was smart and new words, but that's exactly the thing. And then you're kind of like, even if you want to, you can't really drop it because it's stuck into your skin, and you see it. It is kind of like it is not part of their body, but it's kind of like this. It's not an egg in the reproductive sense, but it is something they kind of produce and then they give to people.
Okay, so essentially, it's their external. It's their external hunting equipment.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's the way you want to think about it, listeners. It sounds like it's the kind of thing they use it to hunt, like we would use like a bird call or something.
Yeah, and it's roughly baby-sized, and I've seen them cuff up one of these before, and it's not a pretty sight or sound. But what happens is you are basically out of order once you have this baby in your hands. You're immobilized. And that's when they use their tongue to suck your blood. It has this. What's the word? Like mosquitoes, they have this kind of
proboscis.
Yeah, it has a little like proboscis or stinger.
I think that's the word.
Something.
What's the word? I've got to look.
Yeah, maybe.
1 second.
I think so. Anyway, point is they can use their tongue to get through your skin to your juicy blood, and they will drink it, and you will die.
Yes, it's a proboscis.
Wonderful.
That's sorted.
A term that is as disgusting as the concept.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I've forgotten that you said they were kind of what's it called, like vampire adjacent in a way.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting you to tell me that they suck your blood. I was expecting like you're now paralyzed, therefore they're going to eat you whole or something. But no, this is
someone else does that.
But this is everything about this is awful. I don't like this creature.
Yeah, what you might like is that this is a 2-for-1 special episode, or maybe 1.5 for 1, because, explaining a complete second creature in detail would explode the scope of this episode, but they often tend to work together with another creature, which is called the Ushi-Oni, and as always, apologies to Japan for my pronunciation, but that is... I'm going to keep it short on that one just to not stretch this out, but it is imagine an ox head on a like massive spider body.
I don't want to.
Nobody wants to, but they often hunt together, and the Nure Onna will distract and maybe disable the prey and suck the blood, and the Ushi-Oni will devour the meat. So
excellent.
That's a wonderful match made in heaven or somewhere else.
I was going to say that's not heaven.
Who knows? I mean, God is.
Yeah, I mean.
Anyway,
I'm an atheist, people, and yeah.
Should we do an episode on God?
Worst creature that's ever existed. But yeah, okay. So essentially, we have a hunting duo. Then we have a symbiotic hunting duo.
Yes.
Excellent. And very quickly, how large is the ox spider?
Big.
Compared to the snake lady, the wet woman.
Compared to the wet woman, it's definitely smaller, but I would say the body of the like spider parts, I would probably put it at an ox or maybe 2.
Holy damn!
So it is a big thing.
Why are these creatures? Why are these absolutely awful abominations so large?
I don't know.
Damn it!
I don't know.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. That's that. Have you got any more horrifying things to tell me about these creatures, or can we find out how you've interacted?
I don't think I have a lot more horrible things to say, other than maybe that the Ushi-Oni is really where the Nure Onna, the wet woman, is kind of intelligent and is able to speak, and we can at least try to convince them to, not murder people. The spider ox is a lot more animalistic, so there's little room for discussion there.
That's exactly what you want, the spider ox.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
You wanted to know how I interacted with the lovely wet lady, and I might even tell you about that.
Oh, God.
On the After Dark podcast.
You can tell me about the creatures, though.
I can, and I will. I once before talked about my early days where I actually was in Japan for my first real, official encounter with the Basan it was at the time. Yeah. So I spent some time in my early days as a warden in Japan, actually. So it was there. I was supposed to go with a team because an Ushi Oni, so the spider ox, was causing trouble at the coast close to a village. It was basically terrorizing the people, and yeah, that's basically the briefing I got from my team leader. I was still new. I didn't want to read too much stuff, so I got the TLDR. And we were preparing to move out, and one of the others was like, "Are you wearing your suit yet?" I was like, "What suit? What are you talking about?" And he said, "Yeah, we are all wearing this suit underneath our clothes. It is kind of like a wetsuit. It is doused with like a chemical that's going to be protective and shoo any creatures away." And yeah. I thought, well, sounds fine. I'm gonna put that on. They give me the suit, and it's a little bit disgusting climbing into this sticky suit, but anyway, I deal with it. I want to do things right, and I'm being young and have stuff to prove, and want to do good on this mission and everything. And basically, the plan is relatively simple because we don't have a lot of ways to deal with this ox, and it is very aggressive. So in this case, what we were trying to do was basically just set up on a cliff near the coast and snipe it when we see it. Was the plan?
Yeah,
a big rifle, and get it over with quickly.
I will say, listeners, this is a rare case.
It is a rare case.
Do this very often, but as you're kind of getting, not only is this creature just disgusting to hear about, but it's also just highly aggressive, highly dangerous. Sometimes we have to make decisions. Yeah,
especially this specimen was very aggressive and it wasn't even just hunting for food. It was just it seemed to be just tearing people apart for fun and all that kind of stuff. And they are also kind of problematic to have in an enclosure because they're gonna fight each other, and long story there. But yeah, we were setting up. I was basically more or less just tagging along, and we hear a baby scream from down on the beach, and I didn't have it ingrained at me yet that this is the moment to pull the gun. So I was like, "What's going on? What's happening?"
Yeah.
I wanted to help, and team leader said, "Yeah, you should absolutely go down there and check that out."
I can see where this is all going.
Yeah, probably. I couldn't back then. But yeah, I go down to the beach, and sure enough, I soon find this woman, and I'm not questioning why she's dripping wet and apparently came from the ocean and is holding a baby on the beach. But yeah, she sees me and she's like, "Oh, I'm so weak, and please take my baby," and yada yada. And of course, I go to help her, and I grab the little bundle, and immediately I feel it like it's like a massive rock in my arms. It pulls my arms down, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? And then things happened really, really quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling very weak, and I see this woman kind of like not growing, but kind of moving up until I realize that there's a like muscly snake body underneath her that is moving her up. And at the same time, I hear from kind of besides or behind me, like at an angle, I hear this loud trampling noise, and I turn around to see this massive spider ox creature trampling towards me. And I just think this is it. This is not long career. I'm dead.
Just I'm not going to lie. I would if I was in your position, I'd be going, someone has dosed me with LSD.
Yeah, but, I mean, it was on the table. Yeah, but just as I think I'm about to die, the ox head more or less explodes and showers me with gore.
Excellent.
I barely have any idea what's happening. I turn back to the wed woman, who's now towering over me, and she's kind of surprised by the ox explosion, but is apparently still trying to get the food. So her tongue shoots out and sticks into my body, and I think, well, that wasn't it, but now this is it. Now I'm gonna die. But
the first one didn't work, and the second one, yes.
The first one didn't kill me, but the second, it's yeah, but almost immediately she kind of gets wobbly, and then the tongue comes back out, and she kind of topples over, and it turns out the wetsuit they gave me was doused in a basically an anesthetic that is specifically powerful against wet women. And
God damn it.
Yeah. God damn it. Yeah, and then I stand there between an exploded ox spider and an unconscious Nure Onna, and I'm very confused.
Yeah.
And the others get to me, and the team leader is laughing his head off. And I was not completely in control of my limbs, so an accident happened that from an outside perspective might have looked as if I smacked him in the head with this baby thing that was still in my hands.
Yeah, you weren't in control of your limbs yet.
I completely wasn't, as the record shows. I made a very detailed report about the situation.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
And that's the moment they decided that you were one day going to be a top operator.
Yes. The time I assaulted a colleague. I mean, I had an accident. But yeah, that was my my one and only encounter with a wet woman.
Well, no, I mean that's actually quite a fascinating kind of like crazy story, really. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we don't haze new people that much. However, we will try.
In the Japan branch, people seem to be different, or at least they were when I was new.
I mean, that's Japan.
Yeah.
But I mean, we will play with people. We will play with new new recruits and things like that, because you know what, that's kind of how we go. That's how sometimes it works. But at the same time, like, he was safe. He was fine.
Oh, was I really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the team lead he voluntarily got gone away. Because this was, even for that kind of scenario, it was very reckless. Looking back, there are about 17 ways I could have died probably, but that's par for the course really when I'm anywhere.
Chris doesn't have the same credentials of being bait as I do.
That's true. The difference is you do it on purpose. When I end up as bait, it usually isn't.
Exactly. I do it on purpose. It is completely under my control. Nothing ever goes wrong.
Oh, yes, definitely not.
As you've heard many times.
Yeah.
Hey, I've come out smelling like rose every single time. But no, that's amazing, and I do like this whole idea of this multiple creatures being involved here, because we don't really talk about it very much, but yeah, some of the mythical creatures out there do work in tandem. They work together.
They do, which is twice as terrifying for the price of one creature.
Exactly, but you never have to worry because your friendly neighborhood wardens are here to help you.
Yes, we absolutely are. But yeah, if you
let's hear it.
You know where this is going. If our listeners are looking for a wet woman, do you have any suggestions where they might find one?
None that can be placed on this episode and still keep it somewhat family friendly. But
there's a
you can
Discord
always you can. Oh no! Oh no! There's many Discord channels for that. But we have a very nice Discord server called blinkandyoullmythit, where you will find
I've seen it.
The invitation to blinkandyoullmythit below in the description or the episode description or wherever you're looking at this, where you can come and join like-minded individuals. And as Chris said right at the start, we are doing this at the request of one of the people in the Discord, Lawkeeper 39, I believe they are.
Yes,
and
they are.
They suggested this creature, and like we say at the end of every single episode, one of us has probably interacted with it. Turns out Chris has, and there we go. So if you think we're just all talk and we're just saying, give us some creatures and we'll never do them, well, here you go. We proved you wrong.
We do all of the creatures.
We do all the creatures, and we always do as we're told. We will pander to you.
Yes.
So,
if anything, we're professional panderers.
Yes. If you've got a creature that you would really love to know, Discord is the best place to go. And you can meet people like Lawkeeper. You can meet others and chat and ask questions.
You can keep all the lore.
You can keep all the lore, and you can ask questions, and you can work with whoever you want to. You can speak to whoever you want to, as long as you're kind, and enjoy yourself. Start this community. Get it going. Enjoy talking about Chris and I. We are obviously the most important things in your life, so you may as well just join and talk about us.
Yeah.
But while they've joined and talked about us in our own Discord server, Chris, oh my god, it's going to turn into a burn book, isn't it? What else could they be doing?
Well, once you've stroked our ego enough, you could stroke it in a more indirect way.
Jesus fucking Christ.
By rating this podcast. Give us the stars, give us the thumbs, give us whatever rating peripheral is being used and on your platform of choice. Give us a comment, be however weird you want, we're used to it. Give us a subscription and, go back to old episodes because we've been doing this for a while. There's no continuity. Just to go and look through the creatures and find something that interests you because they're all great. They are,
they're amazing.
This is one of the podcasts of all time.
And, it is certainly a podcast of all time.
It is, and you should listen to all of it, but you can do it in any order that you want, just as long as you keep listening to the rest. And when you're done with that, or while you're doing that, because why waste time, you should also share this. Because as we always say, sharing is imperative. Sharing is absolutely required by law. You have agreed to the terms and conditions by listening to this episode, and you are required to share this with at least 10 people, or you will have bad luck and your hamster will turn gay. And if you don't have a hamster, you will get a hamster, and that will become gay. And if it is already gay, it will become straight. Or it will be confused about its identity, and you will have to deal with that and be a hamster therapist. But...
oh my god, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Neither was I. I never know where I go with this. But once you're done dealing with the hamster, you should go on and share this and just get other people to listen to this and make comments and, spread us out into the world. Our goal with this podcast is to one day be etched into this golden plate that gets sent out for first contact with aliens, because we are of the opinion that we represent humanity in the best way possible. Would you agree? I think I broke Jack.
Yeah. You think the first thing that aliens hear is that if you don't share a podcast, your hamster will turn gay?
Yes. And they will also learn that it is okay for the hamster to be gay, because we are open-minded here. Which is the important part. But I think maybe this is the point to end this. And
I'm done.
Yeah, well, so am I. Thank you very much for listening. You'll be able to hear our beautiful voices again in 2 weeks' time. Until then, I'm gonna say goodbye.
Goodbye.